March 23rd, 2:35 p.m. Discord courtroom number 3. That's a lot of trees. But anyway, hello everyone, and welcome back to Ace Attorney Justice for All, as we are quite close to finishing this episode. I think it's like part 8, which has it been the longest one so far? I don't remember. I feel like it has, right? Because usually it was like 3 parts per day. Like in the start it was like 2 parts per day, and then it became like 3 parts per day, right? In this one it's like 4 parts per day, but like only in this mission. Which was kind of crazy to be like, Investigation 1, Investigation 2, Trial 1, Trial 2, right? And I think this is the first time I've ever gotten to like part 8, right? The other one had like 3 days with 3 parts. So, no, 4 days with 2 parts, right? That was the start. That was the beginning. I don't remember. So we might have had part 8 before. Anyway, enough about the parts. Let's go ahead and continue with our stuff over here. Is my microphone correct? It is, so we can continue. Court will now reconvene. I assume both sides are ready? Yes, Your Honor. Yes, Your Honor. I understand the defense acting like this. However, why do you also seem distraught, Mr. Edgeworth? It is nothing, Your Honor. What's wrong with Edgeworth? It looks like something unexpected just happened to him. Well now then, Mr. Edgeworth, if you would please tell the court the results of the handwriting analysis on Miss Impact's suicide note. Oh yeah, that's what happened last time. It was I waited a little bit. Kinda not by, what is it called? Because, I always had like someone watching TV in the same room, and I can't really stream when I do. Oh, well, I can't really record an episode when I have that. But they're not here today, so that's good. But I am also. What I wanted to say something. What was it again? It was about what we saw last time, right? We tried to get the Impact's handwriting. I'm trying to like remember what happened last time. We were talking about with Adrian, right? Yeah, we were talking with Adrian about stuff. She was the one that was like getting not interviewed, interrogated. I guess cross-examined is what we call it in Ace Attorney. And we found out that not only did she take the card, right? So there was something afoot there. Wait, that was a while ago. Yeah. That was a while ago with the card. I only just remembered that because I was watching the episodes and I put them all online. So, what was it? What did we do? Thingy got in an accident! Dick Gumshoe! No! I forgot about him! Dick Gumshoe got into a heavy accident and we had no idea of how to get to him. I had completely forgotten about Franciscus von Kalmer's GPS tracker on Gumshoe. So I'm kind of glad that I went back and redid that section to find like the real like missing thing that they had to look for, right? I do now wonder what they would have done if you've done it wrong. I don't think it changes. I don't think any of this game has like some sort of like branching paths with stuff like that. I may be wrong. But yeah, like we were like trying to find out like, oh no, Dick Gumshoe was speeding through the road and then got into an accident to get us the evidence that we needed, the evidence that we wanted, right? Because Dick Gumshoe is no longer in the force, so it's like no longer a detective. They didn't have like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna put up my woo the siren stuff to just so that I could speed by. So it tried speeding by without that, and got into an accident. At least that's what I think happened. It could be that I'm also like thinking too much into it, and they're never gonna tell us if that is what happened. But yeah, he got into an accident. We had no idea where he was, right? And that's quite spooky. Not gonna lie, that is quite spooky to think about. To be like, oh yes, I was just on the telephone with like a friend, and they got into an accident. What do I do? It's like, that's gotta be anxiety inducing. Like, you have no idea how to go help them, and you really want to. Well, even if you wanted to, you can't. So yeah, let me continue. Oh yes, Your Honor. Unfortunately, we have discovered that this suicide note is a forgery. What? Oh, what do you mean, Mr. Edwolf? This note was not written by Miss Enpax herself. This is a fake. Oh. That is interesting. Order, order, order. Mr. Edwolf, what? Would you care to explain what is going on? If this note was not written by Miss Enpax, then who wrote it? We will need more time to do more detailed analysis. However, it appears that the handwriting matches that of the victim, Mr. Juan Corrida. Mr. Corrida? Well, well, it looks like Miss Enpax was never left the suicide note after all. She never wrote anything about Engarde, so Corrida may be lying? However, Your Honor, even though this suicide note is indeed fake, Miss Engarde could not have known that, and so the facts remain unchanged. Acting under the assumption that it was really had plotted to possess it. That does sound very plausible, yes. The theory that Engarde had no idea that the suicide note was fake. Something seems a little wrong with it. What? I have evidence for that? Also, now you guys are gonna see the date. It's the 9th of April. It's so late. What could it be? So my microphone is now so far away from me. I changed my setup a bit. I hope my microphone still sounds good. I think it does, right? It's no longer like closer to my mouth, but it's like still 20 centimeters away from it. What could it be? Something that... No, it can't be that. Pretty sure I would have put it on there, or in this, a long time ago. Can I not? No, not roleplay. Crazy. There is no way of looking at a log, which is like really annoying to me. The defense believes that the theory that the prosecution had stated before contradicts testimony. If everything the prosecution has proven up to this point is true, then it's impossible for Mr. Engarde to not have known it was a fake. But what could that be? Wait, what? We're saying that it is impossible. Wait, it's also it's so confusing. Your response? I believe that even more important than finding out if the note was real or not is whether the Otoni's badge pinned on that man's chest is real. Isn't the $1,000,000 question? Yeah, yes, I agree. Me too. Actually, there's something I would like to ask. Besides Wolf. Okay, I think that I have no evidence that says that. Not yet, right? It's no use. Something feels wrong, but I can't put my finger on what it is. Actually, there is something I would like to ask. Mr. Edgeworth, you had stated something earlier to the effect of the defendant had spied on Mr. Corrida's private life. Is it that? What is this little item called? It is that. Oh. Interesting. I was thinking about it, but like, I didn't present it. Always the same. It's like it's always the one where it's like, oh, there was a teeny tiny like a thought in my mind, like, is it because he was spying on it? But then I was like, but then like, this is only 1 hour. Like the possibility of it having caught him writing the fake suicide note is very unlikely, but true. From what we've gathered, and also like from what we were like talking about with Edgeworth, Engarde has been spying on Thingy, on John Corrida for quite a while now, right? What is this item called again? A video camera, Your Honor? Well, a very small one, but... Oh, that's right, a camera! Or you kids and your fancy toys nowadays. I think that, like... That camera over there, like the picture... It may look like it's small, but, like, that's still huge. Compared to, like, what you have nowadays. Ooh, has stuff gotten tiny. Like, stuff has gotten so small, you can... Like, if it's really a spy camera, you will not be able to find it. Like, if you look through thoroughly, yeah, you will find it. But, like, this would be so much more visible than, like, something that's, like, a centimeter, right? Because that one, I would imagine that one being, like, 6 centimeters, maybe? Like, at least the length of it, right? So I think, like nowadays, you will see, like, oftentimes so many spy cameras that are, like, super tiny. Even the ones on, like, for example, the meta glasses and stuff like that. Like, they're so small. Like, it's crazy. Mr. Edgeworth, earlier you claimed that Mr. Engarde knew of the existence of this note because they were spying on the victim. Isn't that right? Mm-hmm. If that were true, then this means Mr. Engarde would have known that the victim had forged the note. Oh! Well, so then the defendant knew the suicide note was a fake. And if that's true, then the situation has suddenly changed into a very dramatic way. Exactly, Your Honor. The prosecution theory as for what Mr. Engarde's motive for murder was... Is it that it... No, it can't be. It has suddenly disappeared into thin air. But Your Honor, it is not as though Mr. Engarde monitored Mr. Corrida 24 hours a day. Perhaps the victim wrote a note in place Mr. Engarde didn't know of. Well, right back at you then, Mr. Edgeworth. Why don't you show us some proof that the victim made the forgery at the unknown place? Ugh. Don't throw it a fastball you can't counter. Order, Mr. Edgeworth. It looks like this time it is you who has dug his own grave. As I figured. As you figured? As I figured, it came down to this after all. Oh, Mr. Edgeworth, you are not making any sense. When I heard the result of the handwriting analysis, I thought this might happen. The question is, what next? What next? If the prosecution can't prove Mr. Engarde's motive through the evidence, then we must prove it from another angle. Yeah, true, I agree with you there. Your Honor, the prosecution would like to call a witness to the stand this time. Oh, well, no, that's fine then. However, this witness is a little bit unusual. Edward's stuttering? That's not like him at all. Unusual? Well, it's like saying that the other people that we've had were very normal, but what sort of witness is this person then, Mr. Edgeworth? This witness is one who is perfectly fit to answer once and for all the question of who was it that hired Shelley the killer to commit murder? That's impossible. Who in the... No such person exists who can answer that question with such certainty. Well, yes, Mr. Edgeworth. Who is this witness? It is, Yes, go on, who is it? The man himself, Mr. Shelley the Killer. Ah, Mr. the Killer. What? Shelley the Killer? You found him? You mean the killer? I mean the assassin. Yes, Your Honor. He's coming here to the witness stand? Well, yes, in a manner of speaking. I recognize that it is a very unusual circumstance, so I ask for your permission. Well, Mr. Wright? Is it from the phone? Am I gonna be calling him? Yes. Is this alright for you? Do I have a choice here? I can't really do much else than to drag this trial out, so... The defense has no objections, Your Honor? Oh, well, if it really is alright to do this, then. Very well, then. The prosecution calls the witness to the stand. Edgeworth, is there really no other way left to us? Now then, witness, your name and your, occupation, please. It is down. That is kind of funny. Also, I'm gonna have to go get myself, because like I said, I changed up my area a bit. I need to get myself a little handy dandy thingy to not even artificially distort my voice, just manually distort my voice. Because yeah, I could do it like post added things, right? I'm not that smart, so I'll be right back. It's strange coming in without any music, but anyway, I'm back. Very good, sir. My name is Shelley the Killer, and I am a professional assassin. Well, I see. What is going on here? Your Honor? How can you remain so calm? And what is the meaning of this two-way radio? Actually, Your Honor, it was delivered to me just now, and it came with a condition. As long as we do not trace its source, Mr. the Killer will testify to this court. So this must be what that urgent phone call he got was about earlier. Oh, no, this will not do. I cannot allow this in my court. First of all, we can't even be sure this is really Mr. the Killer himself. Witness, please present some proof that you are indeed, or in fact, Shelley the Killer. I understand. Please, wait a second. Is he gonna bring Maya? I'm so hungry. Maya! A voice? Mr. Wright, can you confirm anything from this? The defense has no objections to this person. We are certified that this man is indeed Shelley the Killer. Well, it looks like we have run into yet another unexpected turn of events. We did, yeah. I didn't expect that. That's kind of cool. It's not cool that Maya is in that state, but... Well, it doesn't seem like we have too many choices under these circumstances, so... Well, now then, witness. There is one thing I would like to confirm before we speak of anything else. And what would that be? At the request of a client, you killed Mr. John Corrida. Is this correct?
It is as you say. I did indeed kill Mr. Corrida.
Oh!
Now that we have answered that, let's move on to the name of your client. Very well.
Oh, this is just a bad dream. Oh, yep. No, I think that's it. I think that's just a bad dream.
Sally the killer. What is he going to say? They're going to say, Amelia? No, not Amelia. Adrian? About my client. There is something I must first state. To an assassin, nothing is more important than the trust between a client and himself. And that is the reason I am here today on this witness stand. It is my wish that you grasp this concept before I give the name of my client.
Mr. the Killer seems to be a very clever man. I must say he seems to be mocking us.
Yes. I could see that, yeah. While he may appear to be our enemy, Your Honor, Mr. the Killer is only stating the truth. He is no hypocrite. He has only always stood by on this one belief.
You mean about this trust between his client and himself thingy?
Yes.
Well, it seems to be a level of trust beyond what people like me can comprehend.
That's kind of funny to think about. It's like,
I do not trust anyone, because I am a judge and I will only put down my gavel when I want to, not when someone else tells me to.
And remember back to like a part, an episode or two ago. Oh, that's kind of funny.
Well, Mr. Wright, are you ready to cross-examine the witness?
Yes, Your Honor. There's no way to know what's coming next, so stay cool and collect it, Pheonix. Okay. First things first, we got a time, a save. Because we can, right? Because we can, because we want to. Also, we to have already been like this state of the game, right? And then being like, what do you mean it's already been 30 minutes? That went quick. There is something I must first state.
Hold it.
We can hear anything you have to say later, but can you please tell us your clients? I don't think you understand your place, Mr. Attorney. I said it is something I must first state. Do you know what the word first means?
Sorry, go on. Well, it appears there's one witness you can't badger, your Pheonix.
It's only because you don't know about my situation. To an assassin, nothing is more important than the trust between the client and himself. The trust between you and your client? I provide my services in a fast and efficient manner. In exchange, I trust that my clients are discreet about me and my identity. If too many people knew my face, it would be quite troublesome.
Oh, that is why you're terrified of this man, huh?
That is the first time one of my clients has ever been accused of murder. I must preserve the day killer name so my clients can trust me. But couldn't someone just stab you in the back and break your trust? It has never happened before, but even if it ever did. Yes. That person wouldn't be my client for very long. Yeah, like, you should not be going back at someone who kills people for a living, right? It's like, yes, let me just mark myself as a target. I'd be quite stupid. Okay, and I'm back. They would certainly...
Wait, that's enough. Please no more.
Very well. It was only a hypothetical anyway. And that is the reason I'm here today on this witness's stand. Oh, before you continue, that seems a little strange to me. I mean, you're about to tell us the name of your client. I would think that this would be very bad for them. It doesn't matter to me. The client has already broken the rules and acted outside of their prescribed role.
Their role?
The person tried to implicate another one of the crimes in order to save themselves. Implicate another of the crime? I don't know if he's trying to say that he's trying to make it so that Adrian is the killer in order to save themselves, or if he's going the route of like Adrian is my client, and they try to make thingy Engarde the killer. Let's see. And this is the trespass that cannot be forgiven.
You... Who gave you the right to be so high and mighty?
To the gentleman who spoke just now. Excuse me, but would you care to die?
Oh, no, I didn't say anything.
The judge has better watch himself. It is my wish that you grasp this concept before I give you the name.
Well, we understand, so please tell us the name of your client.
I'm afraid I cannot do that. I still have a few things to say before I do.
Egomaniac.
It's not good for your health to be so aggravated. You won't live very long if you let everything bother you.
I hope it is like still understandable when I talk with this over my mouth, right?
I don't wait. I can't check it, right? The fun thing you can do with OBS is you can like monitor your audio and also output. So it's all right, right? There is a little bit of a change, but it's like not that big. So yes, it's fine. Yeah. I'm good. That also like for you guys, it's not even that much of a difference, but I'm just adding it for myself. I feel like I'm just adding it for myself now. Somehow, that coming from an assassin makes it less than comforting. I don't really care about all this extra fluff, just tell us the name already. Patience, try to calm down a little, and it's important to try and understand his mindset. He seems very steadfast and close, so you're going to have to walk to get him to talk. I'm not his therapist, you know. Wait, I need to give you something? What could it be? I don't think they're not even like hiding it. That's kind of funny to me. That is so funny to me. I think it's like because in this one, the rules in prescribed row, right? That's the only thing that like jumps out at me. So that means like this is the only part that has like something to present that. What if? Ah, there you go. Right? You have to do this one, and then you have to go back one. For some reason. I hate when they do that, because I do it left to right. Wait, let me also... Because I don't remember if I technically did these. I should have, but you never know. Well, you may know. I've forgotten when I saved. The trust between you and your client. I provide my service in a fast and efficient manner. In exchange of trust that my clients are discreet about me and my identity. Those are the roles and duties an assassin and his clients are to carry out. I'm sorry, but I was wondering about something you just said. You said that your client had already broken the rules. A person who frames another is the worst kind of human. And that's why you feel you can betray this person? I have no trust relationship with relation with a client who can't understand their assigned role. Ah, just my luck. An assassin with a real conscience. Who would have figured? Now then, everyone, do you think you can understand my logic? This case just keeps getting on better and better. If you can't, then I'm afraid we can't proceed. Everyone understands your point, I think. Really? Well, in that case, I believe I am prepared to disclose the information you seek. You've made it crystal clear that you value trust over all else. I believe we are ready. Excellent. And that is the reason I am here. You didn't even change it! Oh, wait, do I have to go... No, okay. Sorry, go on. I can't bring myself to ask the client's name. If you can't ask it right, Mr. Wright, then I shall. Witness. What is the name of your client who requested the murder of Mr. Juan Corrida? That person's name is... Adrian Andrews. I knew it. They were gonna try to... What? What? Witness. That's not who you told me it was earlier. Pray tell, what are you talking about, Mr. Prosecutor? I should think this is... I know my own client, and it is Adrian Andrews. What? So they're really trying to bring Adrian into... behind bars. And made into a killer. Even though it was Mr. Engarde. Or Matt Engarde. Can't be on the phone earlier. What's going on here? My guess is Mr. the Killer just stabbed Edgewolf in the back. Stabbed Edgewolf in the back? I'm sure in order to get an audience with this court, Mr. the Killer told him a different name. Matt Engarde, perhaps. I knew it. This is outrageous! I was deceived. This witness is telling a very serious lie.
But you're the one who summoned this witness.
You Shelley the Killer. My testimony is the truth. The defendant at the moment is Matt Engarde, am I correct? All I wish to do is help procure his acquittal. Ah, you son of a gun. You got us good, you got us good. But we will get lost laugh here. Wow. All of a sudden it feels like we can actually win this. Yeah, but like... do we want to?
The prosecutor has failed to provide a motive and has instead provided this suicide note, which is a forgery created by the victim. Furthermore, there is a possibility that the defendant himself knew it was a fake. But most definite of all, we have heard from the assassin himself the name of his client. Mr. the Killer's client who requested the murder was not the defendant at all.
No.
With all this evidence, it is obvious to me that it means that Mr. Matt Engarde is innocent.
Are we gonna have to, like, objectify her? I seem to have caused you all a bit of confusion. Please continue your discussion and call me when you have reached a verdict.
Bailiff, please bring Miss Adrian Andrews in immediately.
What now? With the way this is going, Engarde will be found innocent. This may be our last chance to save Maya. Ah. Yeah, but Edward is right. The killer is lying. And Engarde, my client, I know he's guilty. Can I live with myself if I win this? Oh, wait, you know what? I wonder if also, like, this is why people, when they say, like, if you're, like, looking for a lawyer, any lawyer, pick Pheonix if you're, like, not guilty, right? Because if you are guilty and you pick Pheonix, mate, he's gonna get you behind bars. He does not care if you call him or not. He's gonna get you behind bars. Right? It's kind of funny to think about.
Who would have believed that the prosecution's own witness would absolve the defendant?
Your Honor, the prosecution requests permission to further question the witness. Shelley the Killers are certainly lying under oath.
It wasn't me. Listen, everyone, please. The testimony just now, it was one big lie.
Miss Andrew, the suicide note may be fake, but That man, Matt, he's the reason Celeste died. And Joanne's death. It was all because he got pulled into Matt's twisted world. The testimony just now. You have to believe me. It was all a horrible, horrible lie.
But Mr. the Killer himself has testified. He has named you as his client.
No, that's not true.
Also, there is quite a bit of evidence that points to you. The knife, the button, donning the nickel samurai costume.
But that's...
You even have a motive. We know that Miss Celeste Impact was a large part of your life. You wanted to follow her, so you wanted revenge against the two who hurt her. I would say you have plenty of reasons to want them both left.
No, Mr. Wright. You know the truth. Tell them. Tell them the real story, who the real killer is. Tell them. Please help me.
To be evil or not to be evil?
Oh, selfish, I guess. Yes, I know the truth.
Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor.
I believe we have reached the end of this trial. Therefore, I ask the defense for any final words or opinions.
I have to decide. Do I take the not guilty verdict and save Maya? Or do I throw this chance away and wait for Gumshoe's new evidence? Ooh, true. Do we wait? What am I supposed to do?
What do we do? What do we do?
I'm gonna make this even like a number 4, right? Because I will come back here at the end and we'll see what would have happened had we decided to request a verdict. Because I want to know what happens. But we're gonna continue the trial. Pheonix, can't do it, Mia. I cannot accept the not guilty. You are a lawyer, I know, but Mad Engarde is a killer, a murderer. I can't let him get away with this. I can't let anyone else take the fall. If I let Miss Andrews be convicted, then I am no better than Engarde. You didn't kill anyone. Well, I still don't know what happens to people that get, like, guilty, right? The guilty verdict. They might die, so yeah, you would be considered murderer then. But even though I don't want to admit this, I have to face the fact. And that is because of Edgeworth that I now know the real truth. They could have gotten Engarde convicted so many times now, but he never took a single one of those chances. And if I take this verdict right now, I'll be betraying his trust. His trust? I never thought about it until now. I trust him. Yes, you do. Mr. Wright?
Mr. Wright, your opinion, please.
The defense requests that we be allowed to further question Mr. the Killer.
Am I hearing you correctly, Mr. Wright?
Right.
But the witness has cleared your testimony through his your client through his testimony. Your job here is done.
I am not done yet. To see through witnesses' lies and find the truth. That is my job, Your Honor.
Oh.
There is still more evidence to look at. And I'm sure that once those pieces arrive here in this very courtroom, a miracle will occur.
Very well then, the trial will continue. Mr. Edgeworth, please re-establish connections with Mr. the Killer.
Right away, Your Honor. Has the verdict been reached? Before that, we would like to take a talk with you a little bit more. About? All you needed from me was the name of my client. What else could you need me for? Well, actually, we would like to hear everything you know about this case. That is how things are usually done. What is he talking about, usually done?
But what should we have him testify about now?
Mr. the Killer, if you don't mind, please testify about your client in more detail. Oh, you legal people and your procedures. Is it any wonder no one likes to go to court? About my client. Part 2. As I already stated quite a few times, Adrian Andrews is my client. However, one thing I simply cannot overlook is tampering with the scene of the crime. My client did it to frame another for the crime. What? Yeah, client crime, okay. While pretending to be the first person to discover the body and enter the scene, Adrian Andrews already knew from the very beginning that John Corrida was dead. But even more appalling is the creation and planting of the knife and the button. That actually is what I was referring to when I said that my client had broken the rules.
These are most unexpected turn of events for the fifth time now. However, this time everything has finally been revealed.
Just a second, Your Honor.
Well, yes, Mr. Edgeworth.
We still have the cross-examination to do.
No, but you don't need to question testimony like this, do you, Mr. Wright?
No.
Your Honor, the defense will question the witness, as if I have a choice here. Huh? Or why? What this witness has said is nothing but beneficial to the defense's case. You scrutinize the testimony, then I'll be exposed the lies of that so beneficial testimony, I suppose. Oh, well, I don't understand what's going on with you younglings anymore, but, well, that makes the two of us. But what's so confusing about Pheonix? We want to get to the bottom of this truth, and the only way to do that is getting him to talk and have him slip up. That's the big important thing. What is it, Mr. Wright?
If I press in the wrong way, it might raise suspicion on his end. But I have to do something to waste more time.
Witness, about requesting a hit.
Yes.
How much is your fee?
I see you are also quite a dark-hearted man, Mr. Attorney.
Huh?
If you would like to talk business, we can do so after the trial.
No. I'm thinking of Mr. Wright.
Yes?
You want to kill me? You want me dead, don't you? What? Why would you think something like that, Your Honor? Guilty, Mr. Pheonix Wright. You're hereby declared guilty.
Witness, let's continue. Why did you disclose the name of the client? They are your client, are they not?
I would think that most people wouldn't be able to overlook the person hiring another to kill.
If I had a problem with such a thing, I wouldn't be very effective on my job.
Yeah.
Yeah, changing incubation may be good for you.
Apparently he's been doing a really good job, right?
Even like saying like, I killed this guy. Never been caught. However, I will say this. Even though I am the one that does the deed, my clients are always the real guilty party. That goes without saying, Mr. the Killer. And their fate is to live with the knowledge of their guilt and on their shoulders. However, my client this time thought they could run away from their guilt. Are you talking about the button and the knife? Ah, yes, I am. I have my business card.
Oh, this card.
So that no one has to waste their time, including the police. I always make it to a point to make things as easy as possible.
You try to make things easy?
My business card makes it very easy to identify who carried out the service.
It's pretty devoted to his work, I see.
But to disregard everything, to go and stab the deceased with a knife and even hide my card from sight, that is something I cannot overlook.
It's really hard to tell if he's being truthful or not without him being here. Oh, okay, to see their face and stuff. Okay, yeah.
So you're saying most clients wouldn't do such a thing? That is correct. Usually most people try to create an alibi for themselves. If you should use my services, Mr. Attorney, I would suggest you plan your alibi too.
No, I already told you I have no intention of ever using your service. Ever. I have my eyes on you, Mr. Wright. Why does he keep looking at me like I'm the one on trial here?
He does not trust Pheonix. Which is so funny. I love that scene.
Oh, wait. From the very beginning?
That is correct. From before my client visited the room, where all my clients know precisely what the situation is at all the times.
I wonder if that's really true. That's odd.
But even more appalling is the creation and planting of the knife and button.
So why do you think your client did that?
What do you mean by why?
Well, fiddling around at the scene of the crime is pretty risky. And why would someone who has requested a murder go to the crime scene anyway? That is true.
I assume it was probably done to frame Mr. Engarde.
If that's the case, then why didn't the person just request that you do it?
Sadly, that is not possible. My job is to kill, that is all. I leave my business cards behind, naturally. The business card is so my clients may escape blame. To protect them is my duty. But even if they say it's for revenge, seeing someone else up to take your fall. That act is what I was referring to when I said my client had broken the rules.
That's all you have to testify?
Yes, and I pray that I will never be called to the stand again.
Again? As in you plan to continue?
Obviously, I must, as I've yet to find a person to take my place and become the fourth successor. Actually, how would you like a new life, Mr. Attorney?
Excuse you? No, I'm fine, really. Are you really now? I wonder what kind of man judge things I am now. What are you going to do, Miss Pheonix? All I can do is expose the lies. It's true, however you realize it will be very bad for our client, right? I'm confused, but the one thing I know for sure is I can't let this try end yet. There is one thing that I was confused about. The fact that, like, is saying that she knew. But how would she know? Right. Wait, I'm gonna put the save over here. Because then it's also, at least also on the 5th thingy, right? And the thing that I wanted to check for... No, it's not that. I don't see anything contradictory there, okay. So she doesn't, oh, he doesn't know. So it was that she left her fingerprints in there, because like, how would she know? I was thinking like it was either the fact that this is like recording from 8 PM for 1 hour, the time of the murder, or it was something about the crime scene here, meaning either the knife, the button, or the wine glass. Thank you so much for taking the time to testify, Mr. the Killer.
What is the meaning of that attitude?
When Adrian Andrews entered the victim's room, your client had no idea that Jean Corrida had been murdered. But how? How do you know that? From this wine glass, Your Honor. The wine glass? Mr. Killer's supposed client thought Mr. Corrida had only fainted, which is why this glass of tomato juice was poured for the victim. But isn't that just a part of Adrian Andrews' calculated plan? She didn't even want us to think that it's not possible, Your Honor. This glass bears the fingerprints of that person. Had this been planned, they would have never left their fingerprints behind. I see your point, Mr. Edgeworth. What is your opinion?
Strangely enough, I had the same exact thought just now. Witness, how do you explain this strange phenomenon? Isn't this such a waste of time to ask about such a minor detail? It's not a very important point anyway. Correct? I'm afraid you're mistaken. If Adrian Andrews really is your client, as you claim, then your client should have had knowledge of Mr. Corrida's death. If not, then that can only mean that Adrian Andrews was never your client at all. How strange. Yes. Why?
Yes?
Why is it that the attorney has yet to raise an objection to this absurd situation? Pheonix. If the killer figures out what we're up to, we're in real trouble. Yeah, I know. Mr. Edgeworth, I'm surprised. You know you can't say things like that without evidence. I'm sorry. I love it. Like, I remember, like, there was a time, right, one of the past big cases where we had Edgeworth and Pheonix, like, going against each other. They were helping each other, right? But they were helping each other in the detriment of Edgeworth. And this time, it's the reverse. We're helping they're helping each other in the detriment of Phoenix's case, which is kind of cool. I love the mirror side effect of this one.
Well, that was an awfully weak objection for the two of you.
Anyway, I'm positive there was a contradiction in that testimony. The prosecution requests further testimony concerning when the request was taken. Very well. Right now I have to buy us more time. While we wait for items the killer left behind to get here, I just know that the very outcome of this trial lies with those items. Also, can you guys see that when I do this? Not a lot, but a little bit. Request taken. I was like fidgeting with the fun fact, the thing that I use to make like this kind of voice, right? It's just a yogurt bottle. The request came to me, about a week ago. It was a request for my services on the night of the award ceremony. We met at a certain bar to discuss and finalize a few matters. That is when it occurred to me. I trust my memory, and I believe I make no mistakes.
So you physically met your client, huh?
That is correct. Meeting one's clients is the first step to building trust, in my opinion.
I see. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please.
But like, do we have...
Wait.
No, okay. I was gonna say, wonder like if that was gonna be like the date that it was gonna say, but no. 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 Oh well.
1 week ago? Are you sure about that?
Yes, I am quite sure. I of course have my own preparations, and I was barely able to finish. Would you request at my service, Mr. Attorney? I hope you will keep it in mind. Please stop. Well, in any case, my client this time had a very specific date and time in mind. A very specific date and time. Can I ask it? And did you ask why on that specific night? No. I tried to fulfill all the conditions of my client's request, but as for why, I only had my suspicions. Your suspicions, huh? So what are those suspicions you had, and why did your client request that night? I'm sorry, it was all for the bear. The bed at Engarde board? Yes. You fell into a trap. Oh, you slipped up there. My client spoke of it. I'm sure there will be a bear-shaped figurine in John Corrida's room. I would like you to retrieve that item for me. Oh, that item. Okay, never mind. I thought it was gonna be the other one. Must be talking about the bear puzzle. Inside the figurine was a suicide note. Naturally, the victim brought it with him to his hotel room. He's planning to publicly disclose the contents at the press conference after all. That is correct. And if I had not done the job that night, I would not have known where that bear figurine was. I see. Well, Mr. Wright, was the testimony just now of any importance? Oh, wait. Testimony just now has made one thing clear, and that is... the client knew the secret of the bear figurine. Huh? Why is everyone so quiet? Mr. Wright, I think all of us already knew that. Oh, really? Witness, please continue with his testimony. Oh, okay, it was not important. We met at a certain bar. So you physically met Adrian Andrews, right? Of course I did. What was that? What was with a brief pause? Witness, I would like you to give us a few more details. I always meet my clients as a matter of principle. I've never taken a request by telephone or mail. And why is that? And that is because I value the trust between a client and myself above all else. And the only way to establish that is to speak to the client while looking them in the eye. Well, Mr. Wright, was the testimony just now of any importance? It's always important. Very important. If Mr. the Killer met his client before the murder, then it's unlikely he's mistaken. Jane is saying that his client really was Adrian Andrews? I guess so. You see, it is just as I said. So lost with am I supposed to be helping here? Calm down, Pheonix. Listen. Nada, would the witness please continue? That is what occurred, and I trust my memory, and I believe I have made no mistakes. So your client was Adrian Andrews? That is correct. Well, it says the two of them met, but if they did, there wouldn't be anything wrong with Mr. the Killer's testimony. But, well, doesn't seem to be anything strange this time around. Isn't that the... You have to draw more information from him, but you can't draw his suspicion. Oh, I have to say no. So he talks more about it. If you can do that, you should be able to find a flaw in his testimony. Even if I ask, well, it wouldn't be a guess. I see. Well, that's fine then. So you physically met her? Yeah. It's probably just my imagination. I need to find something more. Oh, okay. Can we believe that your testimony up to this point has been reliable? So, okay, you have to say press further here because of the pause, and then we're gonna say no. Why it means his surprise is not important. That wasn't the point. Witness, please stop sidestepping my questions. What do you mean by that? My question was, did you really meet Adrian Andrews in person? I've already told you, Mr. Wright, I did. My bottle fell over. It was only through talking with him face to face that I began to trust him. He doesn't even know. He thinks Adrian Andrews is a man. That's when I thought, I can trust this person as a client. Well, it's true that what they say about face-to-face. Well, Mr. Wright, was the testimony just now important? I heard what I think I heard just now. Then I think I've got him. Your Honor, I I believe the testimony just now was of utmost importance.
Really?
If that's the case, witness, please include a statement just now in your testimony.
Very well then.
Oh wait. From the moment I saw him, I thought I can trust this person as a client. Press. There. And there you go. Look at this beautiful woman. I would like you to go over this one more time. You met Adrian Andrews at the bar and took the request at that time? Yes, that is correct. And that's when you thought he was trustworthy? How many times must I repeat myself? Yes, that is correct. I'm sorry, but that is an impossible tale. What? Shelly the Killer. You have never met the real Adrian Andrews, have you?
What?
Why would you say that? Because you made one very big slip-up about her. So what is the issue? Oh. What did you just say just now? About her? If I'd ever met Adrian Andrews in person, one look would have told you that she is indeed a woman. I love that it broke. Oh, that's so funny. I love it.
Order in this court. Mr. Wright, what is the meaning of this?
This witness testified to the following. That they will always meet face to face with his clients when he takes on their requests.
But he has never met Adrian Andrews in person?
Yes, Your Honor, that isn't exactly the point. That means that Mr. the Killer's client could not have been Miss Adrian Andrews.
Was it oily?
Ah, it's so funny. I love it.
That's so fuck.
Oh, that's so hilarious. That is so good. Is it, Tony? Never change. Like, it is so golden.
Mr. Angel, I understand your logic on this one. However, why would the assassin make such a basic mistake?
I believe it has to do with her name, Your Honor.
Oh, her name?
Yes, Adrian Andrews is, without a doubt, a very androgynous name.
Oh, I see, yeah.
Unluckily for Mr. the Killer, the entire time he was on the stand, no one has stated Adrian Andrews' gender, and so he simply picked the wrong gender to go with. And that's why you gotta use they, them.
What? What is going on? Shelly the Killer. The court demands an explanation.
I think somehow I must have mixed up this client with another. So does that mean you remember something different now? Yes, of course. Please, if you would allow me to testify once more. I know he's just going to spit out more lies. But that is good. We want him to waste more time.
Very well then, but this time please give us the truth and only the truth.
Rock staking, R2. F. We may not even talk with Engarde then in this as a witness. Yes, I remember. I took that request by mail. There have been times when I took a job without having met my client. The request was for the murder of John Cordy and 2-3 other small things. When I saw the name on the end of the letter, I thought my client had to be a man.
So you took this up through a letter?
I didn't mention anything about the letter in his earlier testimony, which means he's definitely lying now. Be careful, Pheonix. If you break the assassin's testimony completely, it's over for us. I know, I can't make him suspicious, but I think we're okay. Like, we can do this. As long as he's standing there across from me, no matter how strong of a punch I throw, I will counter it.
Okay, well then, now let's begin the cross-examination.
So funny to go from, I always meet the, I never take on a case by letter to be like, okay, this one was by letter. It's like, mate, That means we can't trust your ward. But didn't you just say that you always meet your clients? Yes, I suppose I did say that. However, there are some clients for whom a meeting is simply not possible. But didn't you meet your client this time? No, I did not. Oh, come on. Let's stop with this game of cat and mouse. Using your silkiest voice is not going to work on me. Alright then, just cough it up and confess. Mr. Wright, you can't badger a witness with such hard dwarf. You cannot be the good cop and a bad cop at the same time. Can you? You're a lawyer, so behave like one and present evidence instead of mindlessly yelling. Now then, do you have any proof that Mr. DeKelly met with his client? Oh, do we? I don't think I have anything, right? No. We don't. I'm sorry, Your Honor. Unfortunately, I do not have any proof. I see then. Well, then your line of questioning was just another waste of time as usual. Sadly for us, Your Honor, that is of nature of right and wrong. Okay. And why would you not meet certain clients? Recently, I've been receiving more requests. If I meet with each and every client, I would lose some nice business opportunities. Nice business opportunities? On top of that, the times have changed. It is now the age of information and computers, correct? Now more than ever, yes. When I have joined the times, I've joined the Discord server and everything, and now I take requests via DMs. Could you imagine? If they like localize, or like they change it, they make a remake, and it's like, yeah, I went on Discord, man, and then I got a strange DM about a murder. Oh, that'd be so weird. Electronic mail? Do you have to mail in a very specific insulated envelope? Oh, I'm very sorry. I despise the shortening of words. What I meant by electronic mail is what is commonly referred to as email. Email? What is that? A contrast of mimicry, the judge would be the parrot. Anyway, you took this job without having met your client, and the request was that the murder of John Curry and 2 or 3 small things. 2 or 3 other small things? Yes. Well, what is all that small things? A few other things that have nothing to do with the case. What should I do? Should I let him slide with that? It would be rather bad if I pushed his button the wrong way and he got mad. Well, what's the worst that could happen? Whether or not they're related to the case is for the court to decide. Mr. Attorney? Yes. Everything I've said from the beginning has been nothing but beneficial to your client, which is why I wondered what is pushing you to continue with this cross-examination. Oh. Could it be that you're planning to betray your own client? I smell the stench of a backstabber. And should you turn out to be one? Also, I love that the radio, right? It's like split in the middle. Like a very specific character. Right? Kind of a fun detail. Wait, I want to see. Does the detail have something more? The monocle, right? Like the mustache is also there, right? The monocle is also there with the round bit, right? And then the eyebrow. Well, it has just regular eyebrows so far. And should you turn out to be one? Wait. Uh-oh, this is looking really bad. I shouldn't have pressed my luck. Alright, I have to think. Is this worth pursuing? Yeah. Witness, this is a very important matter. Please cooperate and tell us what these other jobs your client requested were. If it's really that important, then I guess I don't have much of a choice. The bear figurine. The bear figurine? After the assassins of the target, I was to find that figurine. I was told that this job was just as important as the actual killing. And where was that figurine? It was inside Mr. Corrida's suitcase. And then, what did you do next? I handed it over to my client right away. You gave it to your client? Interesting.
This information certainly sounds important to me. Witness, please include that, what you've stated, in your testimony.
As you wish. Give it to Adrian Andrews. There is something I'm gonna have to, like, present here.
Okay, I'm back.
When I saw the name at the end of the letter, I thought it was a man. Well, are you saying you never saw your client's face? Not even once? I did. Once. It was when I went to give my client a figurine.
Ah, yes, I see. But Miss Andrews was wearing a mask at that time.
A mask? The Nickel Samurai mask, I'm guessing.
So, Bright, what do you have to say about this? Do you have any problems with this piece of testimony?
Yes, should be short. And the voice.
One thing does sort of stick out to me. Witness, I think you most certainly saw your client's face. Let's recall Mr. Powell's testimony. Out of the water when I went by myself in Matt's room. Matt was standing there in front of his room, still in his Nickel Samurai costume. Matt gave the bellboy a tip.
He received quite a large roll of cash from Mr. Engarde, and at the time he was not wearing his Nickel Samurai mask.
Oh!
True, but like that.
Order! Well, yes, now that you mentioned, I do remember it. Witness.
Yes, now that did wander the floor as a bellboy. You're giving up your... I received plenty of tips that night for carrying juices to various rooms. Is that so wrong? The man who gave me that tip was not my client. He was probably just a very generous person. I'm sorry, but sadly we are not nearly so generous here. If I could receive large rolls of cash by simply bringing people things on trays, then why on earth would I stand around here prosecuting? Oh, the deja vu. And isn't his salary already more than enough for one man? Yeah! Give some for the rest of us, Edgy! You're like literally one of the best paid prosecutors in the area. Right? That's what we found out.
And then where is your evidence that the large cash was not in fact a tip? Come, Miss Edgeworth, show me the money!
What? Mr. Attorney? Yeah? You know, I think your line of questioning has been a little bit strange. In fact, I would say you don't seem to believe Miss Andrews is my client.
Oh no, it's not like that at all. I just think lies are a good thing, you know?
Oh, I agree. I know and agree. Lies are not a good thing at all. I need to like go a bit lower for him. I think we're on the same page now, aren't we, Mr. Attorney? Remember, if I feel threatened in any way, I am free to cut contact at any time.
I'm sorry. Please forgive my foolishness. If only you were this apologetic all the time. Oh, I wonder what's happening in the background that I do not have none ideas whatsoever. Anyway, I do not see a huge contradiction here, so therefore you may continue witnessing.
Pretty much reached the end of our rope here. Seems like we're still okay here. And that's exactly what is so bad. At this rate, we'll completely end up destroying the killer's lie. If we do that, you already know how serious of a situation that will put us in. Oh, true. If I can now do is pray that those items reach us in time. It's still this one, right? Like, this is the big, important one. currently to think about. Okay, this is the bear. Shelly the killer. If you had really given the bear to Miss Andrews, then this item should not have been inside it. Oh, because you can open it. This item? I see where you're going. Yep, that is where I'm going.
Where is everyone going? Do I need to pack a suitcase?
Your Honor, please think back to Miss Andrews' testimony. And I was going to burn it, for her sake. If even for a single minute, the spear had actually been in Miss Andrews' hands, I'm sure she would have taken the suicide note out and burned it.
Order! Oh, so this is where you two were going?
By the very fact that the suicide note was still inside the bear, it tells us that your client didn't know how to disassemble the puzzle.
Which means...
It means, Your Honor, that it is impossible for Adrian Andrews to be the client.
Oh...
Because she opened that like right in front of us.
Order!
Mr. Pheonix Wright. I'm sure I mentioned this before, but how I hate traitors above all else. I think your cross-examination has clearly dismissed something to me. You must wish to break your end of our agreement.
No, that's not...
That's enough. If that is your intention, there is only one thing for me to do.
Wait, please!
Gentlemen, ladies, please excuse me. I have a matter that I must attend to.
No, please. Not that. Please wait.
Mr. Attorney, bring this trial to a speedy end and I may stay my hand otherwise.
What in the... Mr. Wright, are you... I didn't expect that from you, Mr. Wright. I expect that from our witness. Mr. Edgeworth?
Yes, Your Honor.
I don't understand the witness outburst just now. Do you think there is a need to hear more testimony, or is this enough?
Well, we should... Edgeworth, we can't do this. Keep this up, Maya. The prosecution,
What has come over everyone? Even you?
Prosecution rests.
What is going on around here?
The prosecution has no further questions, Your Honor.
What? My brain is exploding! Well, I never thought I would see the day. Well, this is quite a most unusual situation. If the prosecution rests with no further questions, well then the prosecution has failed to uphold its stance. If that is the case, then even though I am reluctant, I must believe that Mr. the Killer's testimony is accurate, and that would mean that Shelly the Killer's client is Adrian Andrews. Mr. Wright!
Yes, Your Honor.
If I end the trial here, right now, right here, then your client, Mr. Engarde, would be declared innocent, and in this place, Adrian Andrews would be charged with murder.
Andrews would be charged with murder.
The prosecution has no further questions, so we are now here the defense's final remarks. Bailiff, please bring the defendant, Mr. Matt Engarde, to the stand.
Oh, the items didn't reach us in time. Even though I've been like wasting a ton of time. We tried as hard as we could, but it looks like our time has run out. Can't believe it. The outcome now lies in your hands.
Dude, did the old guy finally decide? Well, to be honest, I don't think of you as a truly innocent and good person. You have done enough evil to drive a woman to suicide. But, at least on the charge of murder, it would appear you are innocent.
You're just showing off yourself like that. So I guess even the old fuddy-duddy figured me out.
Mr. Engarde?
What an atrocious lawyer I have, giving his own client up like that. And that refreshing like a spring breeze crab is just atrocious, don't you agree? Anyone get on with it and pronounce me innocent already? Right, Mr. Lawyer? Should I side with justice? Or should I save Maya's life? You better get Engarde a guilty sentence, okay? But if I did that, Maya will die. If I say he's innocent, then Miss Andrews will die. Or charged as the murderer. Do I say he's guilty or not guilty? The question lies fully on me. Either choice I make, someone's life is going to end. Wow, don't flash me with red. It all hinges on what I choose. Now then, Mr. Wright, let's hear the defense's final statement on this matter. If the person who hired the assassin was Miss Adrian Andrews, and your client, Mr. Matt Engarde, is innocent. There is no need to ask, old man. After all, my lawyer is going to say what I want. Aren't you? Right. I can't do this, but I have to decide something. Can't count on the evidence on me anymore. I have to listen to my heart. My client, Matt Engarde, is... I can't even pause. No. Guilty. We are waiting for your answer, Mr. Wright. Matt Engarde, your client deserves an answer. Maya, I'm sorry. Matt Engarde is... Ow! Let's go! Francisca from Karma. Oh, nice! What are you doing? Ow! You see now, don't you, Mr. Pheonix Wright? This is exactly why you should never take your eyes off that scruffy fool. Then you bring them the final pieces. Do you have them? You should know better than to ask that, Mr. Miles Edgeworth. I find Karma is perfect in every way. The evidence is here in perfect conditions. Don't worry about Scruffy, he's fine and his injuries are minor. All of the items are inside this. What a filthy old coat this is. Oh, that's gumshoes. I can spot his tattered rags anywhere. I apologize for its ugliness, but there was nothing else to wrap the items in. I fought hard and long and hard for this whole trial. All for what is inside that raggedy code. And I'm sure inside that code lies a crucial piece of evidence. Your Honor, inside that filthy code are the defense's final pieces of evidence. Your final evidence? I wonder what it is. This trial is already over. All that remains is for me to hand down my verdict. I do not believe that any more evidence presented now will change the outcome of this trial. What? Your Honor, it is our duty to examine every piece of evidence down to the last. I request that Miss Von Karma be allowed to present these pieces of evidence. Oh! Oh no! I love, like, thematically, if Francisca is the one that, like, presents this evidence, and it gets Matt Engarde ruled as guilty, right? That means that Francisca has won over Pheonix Wright. And that's such a funny feeling. That is so good, not gonna lie. That is so funny to be like, aha, I've won over you, Pheonix, and it's like, mate, you did the start and then you did nothing. And then you come in here wanting to win? Screw you. Kill Stealer. Oh, that's so good though. I suppose you are right. Mr. Edward, I grant permission to do so.
However, this one obvious rule applies here. If these items do not bring up any new points, then they will be not accepted by this court. Now, Miss Funkama, if you please.
These pieces of evidence are items left by the killer during his escape from the police.
You must have been quite in a rush.
Yes, Your Honor. The killer left 3 pieces of evidence.
Oh, 3?
Somewhere among the evidence we're about to see, there will be something that will turn this whole situation around like a miracle.
I'm sure of it.
That is all we can hope for.
It is, and I'm curious.
The first item is a pistol.
Okay.
Does this the killer pistol have anything to do with this case?
No. Like, obviously not, right?
I can, like, save over here. And I will save on part. This one. Wait, have I been... Oh, I've been saving over this thing. Well, I guess it's fine. Right.
What more does the pistol have any relation to the case?
We've yet to perform a ballistics test, so I can't say anything for certain, but I believe it has something to do with this case, at least with me.
Oh, you got shot by that.
That's a pistol that he used to shoot you, isn't it?
That is what I believe, yes.
Oh, yeah, true, I forgot about that. I kept the bullet there removed from my shoulder as a sort of memento.
You didn't keep the bullet on your shoulder for like 40 years?
You're different from your father. I'm sure it would be an excellent sample for the test.
True.
So that's a pistol that was used to shoot Francisca. Probably not going to be helping us much here. The second piece of evidence is this videotape. But the killer took that from Engarde's mansion. Have you checked the contents of that tape? Unfortunately, there was no time to.
Oh, yeah, true.
But I would speculate that this tape is very important.
Why would you say that?
Because they came back to his hideout for it.
Oh, the killer went back for it?
That's right. It looks like he was trying to recover it. He injured 3 of the officers on the side.
Ooh.
But somehow it looks like they managed to protect it from the killer. Surely the killer is no ordinary man. Contents unknown. I think that's the murder time. Because Madame Engarde wanted it. The last piece of evidence is this bellboy's uniform. Is that a uniform from the Gatewater Hotel? No, it's from the place we went to. Was it used during the crime? I'm almost certain it was. There's even a pair of black leather gloves in one of the pockets. No doubt about it. The killer was wearing this on the night of the murder. There is one thing I found interesting about this uniform. And what is that? There is a button missing on this uniform.
Oh, a button?
It is a very unique button. I'm sure if we were to recover it, it would provide us with an interesting clue. That is all I have to present, Your Honor. I expected a bit bigger stuff. But I guess it makes sense, right?
It's just as I thought.
And what is it, Your Honor?
I'm sure if were we under normal circumstances, these items from Shelly the Killer's idols would be very important clues. However, our question is not who did the killing.
Is it who is the client?
Yes, that is correct. All those 3 items do not tell us anything about that. Thank you for your hard work, Miss Funkama. You may step down now.
Wait, Your Honor. Please allow me to examine this new evidence.
Overruled. This court already has all the evidence it needs to hand down a verdict.
Wonderful. Absolutely splendid. This judge is just such a brilliant man, isn't he? Is this the end? Phoenix, I knew it. There's no such thing as a miracle in this world, is there? I think you're wrong. I think they do exist. But you have to make that miracle happen. You've come this far. You can't give up now. But no matter how I think about it, it's... Try, for my sake. Just think about it for a second. There are 2 ways out of this situation for us. 2? But the first... making God wish from the bottom of his soul for a guilty verdict. Huh? The killer will always place his client's wishes first. If Engarde wishes himself to be convicted, then he will let this hostage go. Oh, that may be true, but that's asking me to do the impossible. The second way, force the killer to end the contract with Engarde. If the killer were to no longer think of Engarde as his client, then he would let Maya go. Oh, that's even more impossible, Mia. Here is a man who values his duty towards his clients above all else. I know both of those seem like impossible feats at first, but if you could make either one happen, it would truly be a miracle. The bigger problem is, the judge has already said he doesn't need any more evidence. The pieces that was just shown, he's not accepting them. Pheonix, think things through from the other side. Isn't that what they always walked for us? The other side? What does she mean? You mean to turn things around? Pheonix, the judge says he doesn't need the evidence. If that's the case, then who does need it? The person who needs the evidence? The defense, prosecution, and the judge. We have all seen the pieces of evidence. And that is how we have come to know the truth. But there is one person who has yet to see them all. And that person does not know the truth. Engarde? That truth, it may be what will bring about the miracle in the end.
There are no objections this time around, correct? Now then, I will pronounce my verdict.
Why don't we all respectfully sit back and listen, kids?
I have already told you, Mr. Wright. This count does not need any more evidence.
I'm not saying it is us that needs the evidence, Your Honor.
Then you want to show the evidence to that person?
Exactly. Yes, Your Honor. Please, Your Honor.
Mr. Wright, for you to ask with such a passion, I shall grant you one chance.
Oh, gosh. One chance.
Please show your evidence to who you think is the right person.
Oh! That's impossible! To turn this situation on in one try.
Well, one try, that is all I will permit.
I have to try to remember. Everything that has happened up to this point. Think, Pheonix, think. There must be a way to save Maya while taking Engarde down at the same time.
Now then, Mr. Wright, let's not waste any more time. Who would you like to show the evidence to?
Madame Engarde.
I see. And now tell this code what one piece of evidence you would like to show this person.
It's fake. She still loved him.
Well, what do you think, Miss Edgeworth?
I don't have anything to say to this.
How about you, Miss Funkawa?
Well, I was just shot.
I'm afraid I cannot allow the defense to continue. What? No one understands what you're talking about anymore. Well, come on, please, one more chance. That's enough, Mr. Wright. I can do my verdict. My Engarde is not guilty. I won!
It's kind of funny. Is it not?
That is all. The court is adjourned.
Was it not that? Okay. I was trying to like harp at this. I ran away from the courtroom and wandered the streets alone. I never saw Maya again. The killer is a man of his words. He killed her. And I had the verdict of Miss Andrews' trials a few days later. She was found guilty, of course. The miracle never happened. Maybe it was never meant to. Because a miracle is something that doesn't exist. The end. We can't end it on that, right? Get a bad ending! Oh, are you kidding me? That is an achievement. It's good that I got it. But like, is it not too Madame Engarde?
Celeste's photo? No, I can't even. Oh, I can't even load after this. Are you kidding me? Oh, I gotta watch that over and over and over again. That's bad. Oh. That's so funny to me. Nigga is a man of his word, and so I'm sure he'll release her as promised. Oh, okay, so she's still alive. But well, Maya didn't want to see him anymore because of that. Oh, I'm gonna have to like look up the walkthrough. Because otherwise it's gonna be me stuck here for like... how many episodes? A few too many. Just going like, oh yes, and then the next one, and then the next one, and then this item, this person with this item, this person with this item. Oh, I think it's maybe this person with this item. No, still not. Ah, poo. Oh. They're telling me like, you get both endings. Yeah. Present Charlie the killer's profile and the videotape. Ah. What? I would have not picked that one. The videotape? Oh, because that way he's gonna be like, okay, nope, don't show that to anyone, because they now know who he is, right? So they know who killed him. Oh, because Mad Engarde betrayed his trust. I see, and now I discovered what one piece you wanted to show him. Well, what do you think, Mr. Dwarf? I think there is some merit in showing this evidence to that witness. Bailiff, please bring in the transceiver from earlier. All right, because I managed to convince him. I was trying to go at it wrong. Mad Engarde has nothing in his heart. He has a black heart. Maya, she's okay, right? Didn't I tell you to concern yourself with bringing about a speedy end to this trial? Now, if I understand correctly, you should show me one piece of evidence. Exactly. Yeah, one is all I need. I have here a videotape. It was found at your hideout. I heard you injured 3 officers in your attempt to get this back. That was most regrettable. However, it was an order from my client. I was told to protect that videotape. Thought so. I'm afraid I seem to have failed in that regard. Do you know the contents of this tape? I was sternly told by my client to not watch it. Yeah, okay. It is the one I thought it was gonna be. It's the moment of his killing. So I have absolutely no idea. Actually, you are on this tape. Me? There was a video camera hidden at the crime scene. Your actions were being recorded. What? Oh, is that true, Mr. Wright? Who was it that planted the camera? Well, the only person who could have placed the camera at the scene of the crime would be your client, naturally. What? That was Adrian Andrews? Be quiet and listen, Your Honor. Oh, yes, sir. Your client specifically specified a place and time for you, isn't that right? Yes. That was so they could film you. I had no idea. Mr. Wright, why would my client do such a thing? I would like to know why. Ooh, now I can decide. Why did Madden save the
the killing. The reason why I did this is my ticket out of this whole mess. There is only one reason why your client wanted to, or would, why your client would secretly film the crime scene. Wanted to see Juan get his, or to blackmail on you. I think I think they want to blackmail. Cause that's also like why Matt Engarde is very shrewd like that. Your client once told me something very interesting. We were talking about you, and this is what they said. Oh. But I'm no weakling. I don't believe anyone, least of all the assassins. Oh, come on now, Mr. Wright. As in on above blackmailing. Yes, that's where the video comes in. With that, I can keep him at bay and even blackmail him if I want. Your client didn't trust you at all. They were thinking of using this video to blackmail you. What do you have to say to that, Shelly the killer? Oh! It looks like I was being deceived from the very beginning. Yes, by a natural. That is the kind of person they are. And I try to go at and like string at his non-existent heartstrings. Your client is a person who only thinks and plots on how to use the people around them to protect themselves from any and all dangers that may arise. That is the true nature of your client. I have one question for the witness. Yes. You told us on one thing numerous times during your testimony. You said that you detest traitors most of all. Yes, that is right. But what if that traitor was your own client? What would you do then? That is obvious. I would break our contract in that case. And then that client will become my next target. For the honor of the killer's name, even if it takes an eternity, I would follow that person to the ends of the earth to exact my punishment. I see. Well, that's all I wanted to know. So the traitor becomes the killer's next target. I get it. This is how we'll turn this case around. Mr. Wright? Yes? My contract with my client is over as of now. I seem to have a new job on my hands. I will now return to you, your precious item. What the? I'm not an item! Beep, beep, beep. Bye. I thought I'd never see you again. Oh, thank goodness. That was difficult. I was not in the right mindset there, I think. This trial appears to have come to its conclusion. However, I actually am sort of don't quite know what's going on here. Ah! Miss Von Karma, where did that... She always has you in her sights. Now, I do believe it's time to finally hand down a verdict. It's like, poo. Mr. Engarde, it looks like somehow you got what you wanted. You will finally receive the acquittal you wanted so badly. You should be happy. But before that, I would like to make one final statement. Sometime in the near future, one very betrayed assassin may appear before you. Needless to say, that man is very good at what he does. I'm sure you would have understood what I mean if you watched this video. Help me. Now then, Your Honor, the verdict, if you please. Oh, is this alright with you, Mr. Wright? Yeah, we finally reached the end of a very long battle. Whether he is convicted or acquitted, there is no escape for him now. Go on, Pheonix. Plead whatever way your heart tells you. Right, Chief. I do think it should be guilty, right? I kinda wanna see what happens if I pick not guilty. Matt Engarde. Even though I am a lawyer, I cannot make your crime disappear. I think a guilty verdict is appropriate here. Me? My wonderful self? Guilty? Even if you got an acquittal, the instant you set foot outside the detention center, your life would be in danger. No matter which way you look at it. You can't run away from your crime anymore. No! Wait, whoa. You scratch yourself with that? That's crazy.
As always, it looks like we have uncovered the real truth. We? I don't remember you helping out much in this. Mr. Edgeworth, how is Matt on guard?
I've left Miss Van Karma in charge of his incarceration. I'm sure he's getting a full course meal of whip leather right about now.
Oh, very good then. That was a close one, wasn't it, business?
Yes. I plan to pay my debt to society for my own crime, Your Honor. The first time I got called to the witness stand during this trial, all I felt was despair. You must be talking about at the time Edgeworth really went after her. Guess she's trying to forgive him for what he did. This witness, how should I put? She has an illness. If you were going to choose, you would say you would choose death, then that is of no concern to me. But after that, when I was alone in the detention center, that's the first time I really saw myself for who I was. And today, when the two of you used your combined strength to convict Matt, I felt like I had finally been saved. Oh, this is the first time I've seen her smile. And it looks beautiful. I'm really happy that you two were in charge of this case. I really don't know how to express how I feel at this moment. This is the first time I felt comfortable with myself, with who I am. Thank you so much, everyone.
Yes!
That was a long one. It took me like months to finally get this one done.
Looks like we have resolved everything at last. As for myself, there are still a few things I'm more confused about, but everyone seems to be in good spirits, so that is good enough for me. Well, that is all. The court is adjourned. Everyone go to bed. It's time for me to sleep.
March 23rd, 5:14 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby, number 3. You were great out there, Pheonix. What I did out there was right, wasn't it? Also, I gotta check something really quickly. Oh, okay. That's funny. That is hilarious. I wonder if it works. But that's kind of funny. I just spoiled myself on like the ending item that I would need to like present, because they often do that, right? And it's kind of funny. What I did out there was right, wasn't it? This is the first time we've not gotten your client off. You got them a guilty verdict this time, but you have to look past all of that to what's really important. You now realize that there is something more than just getting a not guilty, right? Yes, I understand now. Pheonix, think back for a second. Think to the moments before Miss Van Karma arrived with the final piece of evidence. Think about the incredible decision you had to make.
Now then, Mr. Wright, let's hear the defense's final statements on this matter.
Can't count on the evidence. Hard to say it. My client, Matt Engarde, is he guilty or is he not guilty? Those were your choices, and then, and your answer spoke to what being a lawyer means to you.
Right! Edgeworth!
I have good news. Maya is now safe in police custody.
Really? Pearls, you're telling us the truth, right, Mr. Edgeworth?
Yes, she is quite safe. She is on her way here as we speak on a patrol car.
Ah, Mystic Maya safe. You did it, you really did it, Mr. Nick. Ow, she punches deceptively hard for a kid. I believed in you. I kept saying to myself, Mr. Nick was safer, Mr. Nick was safer. Oh,
thanks.
Oh,
what's wrong?
It's from Karma.
Oh, hello there, you. About earlier, thanks.
Ouch! Why are you still smiling, Mr. Pheonix Wright? You lost. Your perfect rain record has now been crushed. And yet, you are still happy? Yeah. I don't think you'll ever understand, Miss Von Karma. How dare you?
Don't worry. She may in time. After all, I was like that myself until a year ago.
Edgeworth?
For my own personal victories and for guilty verdicts. I used every dirty trick in the book, and so my win record remained spotless. But a man appeared and stood fast against that. Wait, let me save over here. Against that selfish me. I fought him in my usual manner and tasted my first defeat. I felt like I had lost everything because of that. And then it was my turn to sit in the defendant's chair. And I was saved by that person I called my enemy. I couldn't forgive myself for all that had happened, so I left the prosecutor's office. And I left that note. Prosecutor Miles Edgeworth chose his death.
As well you should have. A prosecutor was shamed himself with defeat should crawl into a hole and die.
But that is not what happened. After I left the prosecutor's office, I finally came to realize something. And it was in that moment of clarifying that everything began to change.
What foolish nonsense is this?
We prosecutors use anything we can to protect the defendant, but every time we did so, no matter how desperate the situation, instead of giving up like most people, the man would hold strong with his undying faith. And before I knew it, I began to trust in that man as well.
What? You trusted your enemy?
It doesn't matter how many underhanded tricks a person uses. The truth will always find a way to make itself known. The only thing we can do is to fight with the knowledge we hold and everything that we have. Erasing the paradoxes one by one. It's never easy. We claw and scratch for every inch. But we will always eventually reach that one single truth. And I promise you...
The truth?
Yes. That's the reason why prosecutors and defense attorneys exist. But I'm sure you knew that already, didn't you? Right? That's why you couldn't forgive me. This man who went into hiding, isn't that right? This man who only had his sights set on victory, who ran away into the night.
Oh! Is Mr. Edgeworth right, Mr. Nick?
You really let me down. When you disappeared, I felt betrayed. The reason I decided to become a lawyer to begin with was because I believed in the things you had said to me. All those years ago. And you betrayed your own words. That's why, 1 year ago, I made up my mind. I decided that the Miles Edgeworth I knew had died. At least, that's what I told myself.
You pathetic fool! Miss Von Karma? I don't want to hear the wretched whimpering of a disgraced loser. A Von Karma is someone who is destined to be perfect. Miles Edgeworth, you are no longer worthy. You're no longer worthy of being a Von Karma. And neither am I. It's over. It's all over.
Franziska threw something on the ground just now. Is this an electromagnetic receiver?
Isn't that the things you use to track Detective Gumshoe? I'll return this to the precinct later.
There's something else.
Oh, a whip. Isn't that Miss Von Karma's whip?
I'll never set foot in another courtroom again. I'm sure that's what she's saying by this action.
Is she? Are you sure about that?
You should keep this, right?
Okay. Nick! Oh, Maya. Long time no see. Maya! Mystic Maya! Mystic Maya! Oh, look at them. Oh. I'm getting teary-eyed, totally. Ah, that's stinging. Oh, Nick, I knew you would come through. You got Engarde convicted like I knew you would. And on top of that, you even rescued me. Well, of course I did. And you know I would never desert you. But I'm sure we should press the luck with this trial. You're really lucky to be standing here. Whatever. Look, it's over, okay? Besides, if I did croak, I would just come back and haunt you like a bad ghost through Pearly. Poor Pearly. No, don't let that happen to Pearly. Is it really that easy to do something like that? Well, thanks a lot, Nick. Don't mention it. Maya. Oh, Miss Edgeworth. I'm relieved you're alright. Hey, it looks like you've made some great progress then, Miss Edgeworth. Well, I suppose I'm a little different from who I was a year ago. Oh yeah, you are hungry. Alright. I think it's time to get out of this depressing place. Huh? Where are we going? Food, Nick! Food! Grub! Chow! I'm starved, am I? I'm so hungry, even you look like a nice juicy burger on a bun to me, Nick. You think I look like a burger? I'm a prime rib at least. Come with us, Mr. Edgeworth, please. Well, if you insist. Alright, so how about we hide up our usual burger joint? Don't be silly, Nick. This cave messed up that awesome evening and got in the way of my gourmet food. So I've decided that what we have to make it up. We have to make it up by having another feast. Another feast? Come on, Nick, food! Are we over here? March 23, 7:38 p.m. Gatewood Hotel. Hey, Gumshoe! Hey, pal. Sorry to keep you guys waiting. Gumshoe, are you alright? Yeah, but I'm really embarrassed. I didn't think I would hit a telephone pole of all things. Telephone pole? Then it wasn't the red light that got him. Yeah, that again, city boy. I feel like my dear old heart was gonna give out of me, and I ain't joking. Yeah, was more exciting than the very last episode of the Steel Samurai. Oh, thanks. Now looky here, Mr. Snooty Prosecutor, don't you reckon you bullied Mr. Wright too much? If you don't start being a bit nicer to him, he might just kick it. Tonight even. I'll keep that in mind. Well, come on now then, everyone. Everyone should go around. Y'all are gonna get your picture taken by a genuine professional photographer. Oh, looks like a lot of them just bought us a new camera, even though I did have the other one over here. Well, pal, at least we can put this messy case behind us now. Come on, tonight's all about eating, so let's go chow down, pal. Amen to that, pal. Amen. Kinda weird to have, like, a Shinto priestess say amen. You know? You know, when you think about it, you were the one who saved the day, detective. Me? You really think so? He's right. If it wasn't for the 3 items you took, I think this trial would have had a very different ending. Oh, well, you know, it's wait, that's odd. When I ran off with the things from the killer's hideout, I was sure I took 4 things in total, sir. What? What? 4? Yeah, I'm sure I put one of the items in my coat pocket. Was a 4th item? Oh, come on now, it's over. But oh boy, do I tell ya, you really are something else. Between getting accused of murder and getting kidnapped, never a dull moment with you, eh? You think? Why does she look so happy about that? Well, it's Maya. But being shut away for 2 whole days, weren't you scared? Yeah, I was really scared. I felt so hopeless. So to keep my mind off things, I drew a picture. Ah, sounds like you had it rough. So, gal, where's this picture of yours? Yeah, I want to see it. I want to see Miss Maya's picture. You know, I don't know where it went. Oh, that's too bad. Well, it's alright. It wasn't anything important anyway. I'm sure it's nice to finally see them both smiling again. Oh, it sure is nice. What is it, Edgeworth? Oh, this thing is picking something up. Oh, that's Miss Montgomery's receiver. Huh? Well, thanks, sir. I had the most awful experience of my life. Sir, I believe you snuck a tracking device on me. That's odd, even though you're standing right here. The tracking device seems to be in a different location. Oh, it's probably busted or something. sir?
No, I think that might be Francisca. She has like the coat of gumshoe, which is the thing that's tracked. Well, it doesn't matter. I'm afraid it's about time for me to excuse myself. I'll have some work to do.
But Miss Edgeworth, you haven't even eaten anything yet. And you've eaten way too much. She's not eating for 2 days, Nick. Come off.
I had fun tonight. Now if you excuse me. Ah, that was a nice smile.
Wait.
What? Is it about time to do the thing?
I just want to say thanks, Edgeworth. You really saved me out there.
If anyone should be saying thanks, it should be me. It should be me, right?
But like words alone aren't enough here. I wonder if there's anything I can give him to express how I feel. And there is, and that thing is called a bullet. It isn't. Could you imagine just like, yes, yeah, have my gratitude. You got shot once before, Edgeworth. Maybe not again. But obviously the thing that is important is gotta be our badge. But it isn't. Because it's the whip.
What's this?
Thank you. It's all thanks to you two.
You and her. You don't need to thank me. I'm only doing my job.
Objection! Edgeworth has left. What? They told me I should yell objection. And then walk. Hey, Mr. Maya. Yeah, Pearly. Guess you two can go back to being lovey-dovey, right? Yeah, Mr. Nick, I mean. But Pearly, would you cut it out already? You're embarrassing me.
Oh, anyway. Who's paying for this lovely dinner party?
As if you need to ask, everyone say thank you to Nick.
Oh yeah, I'm kind of at the point where I can't even buy an instant noodles, pal. So I can already put your name on the bill.
Uh-oh. Yeah, got me in a situation just like that myself. There's this camera shop in the hotel, you see. I just bought myself this old beauty there. I'd better be anywho for 3,000. 3,000? Bought it for me since it's on your tab and all. Isn't this great, Mr. Nick?
I'm gonna need to find a new job.
Yeah, Nick.
Why do I suddenly feel like screaming?
You don't need to hold back now, you hear? Yeah, pal. Time to let it all out. It's gonna be the first time I hear the real you. Go on, it's been a while since I've heard you say it. Been busy being a hostage and all.
Alright then, if you say so.
Objection! That is the objection. That's cute. That was fun. I don't know if I would say like it's my favorite of the cases so far, but it was funny. Like, you really came through for me, Nick. I had to hide that letter, but I knew you'd find it. I really feel like I've been living on the edge lately. I mean, I've escaped death 3 times now. Pretty cool, huh? I feel like a pro. Because, like, the issue I have with this case is that it is so slow. I'm so happy that you could save Mr. Maya, Mr. Nick. And I'm so happy for the 2 of you. Speaking of which, I think this hotel is a popular place for honeymooners. So I sort of made reservation for the 2 of you just in case. You're going too fast, Pearly. And they're not even dating. But yeah, like I said, like, I've had some issues with it. Especially the beginning part, the first half. Oh yeah, pal, looks like I'm back on the force again. Miss Edward had a very long talk with the chief and they got me reinstated in the force. I think it said things like, letting that one go is bad for all of society. I knew it! Crashing headlong into everything is the only way to live, pal. That's amazing. It's like, did you see what they did on the road? You gotta have him in the force. Oh yeah, you're still in the force. I'm Maggie Bird, I'm retiring. I'm gonna be a waitress from now on. You're gonna be a waitress? And bring smiles and joy to the people who come by the restaurant, sir. I will stop by sometime, Mr. Wright. Why? Why are you stopping? Being a police officer? That's weird. Oh, what the hell is that? Oh, are you here with the patient? Yeah, Dr. Hottie, really? Yeah, recently, yeah. So that girl, you know, I haven't seen her around. Yes. But I remember, if I even laid so much as an eye on her, I would go crack. Well, it doesn't matter if I got ripped though. Yes. Oh. Are we also gonna see the because these are all like people that we've met throughout the Justice for All, right? So I'm guessing, yeah, we're gonna meet Max again. It is time to begin our quest of World Circus Domination Cuties, and to let the world know that we are serious, I'm planning on making Zimbabwe something. Hey Max, what do you think about something there? Do you think there are cars made of cake and bunnies who can talk? I think if there are any talking bunnies, even they won't laugh at most jokes. What's wrong with most jokes? They're bad, but they're funny. There you go. I'm ready. There's no way these are jokes are gonna fall on the deaf ears. I'm gonna be more comparative with my humor. Mocos represents. Well, I've got a new act all worked out. Prepare for the Hallelujah chorus. Say something, will you? You're supposed to start this off. Get on with it. No, we didn't even get the laugh. I want to do that again. I guess I can do it by myself, right? Like, nothing is stopping me. Adrian, what's this? Oh, darn, it's just an ordinary electric razor recharging on the stand. I can't believe this, really. How long is the plan on making me do this? Oh, but it is such a Pooh's idea. That must mean it must have a deep hidden meaning. Oh, but why do I get the feeling they wouldn't forget about me? Would they? Oh, it was never like this in the old days. Everyone thought of the world of me. Call me Queen Wendy and treat me like royalty. Wow, this is going to feel like the pain on my heels. Ra-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta. She's going to continue to talk. I better stop. But yeah, like I said, I enjoyed the end of this episode though, I gotta say. I appreciate everything you and Mr. Edward did for me from the bottom of my heart. Oh, that's right, I received a letter from Miss Van Karma. She said that after I get out, I should feel free to consult her about anything at all. I'm really thankful to have met everyone. Don't become with Van Karma the same way you were with Celeste. You need to find confidence in yourself. It has become difficult for me in this country as of late. As such, I will take a short leave of absence. If you would like to request my services, please be sure to visit my homepage. May we both be blessed with longevity. Kind of funny to think of like an assassin having a homepage. Right, it's like, ah yes, www.shellythekiller.com. March 23rd. It's still not over yet. It's the same day. 9:42 p.m. International departures. Gate number 12. In the airport? Where you going, Francisca? How did you know I was here? With this. That's... I heard you were planting things on a certain person. Things like tracking devices on his coat, for example. That is just like you. I only planted it there because he was always wearing it. This filthy wrap coat of his. I don't know how it didn't end up on my luggage, but it's going in the trash, I promise you that. Oh, that's right. Speaking of that man, he told me something very interesting. When I ran off with the things from the killer's hideout. I wish I took 4 things in total, sir. 4 things? It seems he put the last one in his coat pocket. He put it in here. Oh. It doesn't matter anymore, and the case is already over. What are you going to do now? That's none of your business. Are you running away? Shut up! You don't understand a thing. You can't possibly understand what it means to be Manfred von Karma's daughter. Francisca. So many expectations from everyone around me. Expectations I must fulfill. I'm expected to win no matter what. And failure? Well, such a thing is not an option for me.
My father was a genius, and there's no doubt about that, but me, I am no genius. I've always known that. But I had to be one. I had to. You may not be a genius like your father, but you are a prosecutor. You have been and always will be. No, I'm not. Not anymore. I've even thrown my whip away. Speaking of that, Wright gave me this to hold on to. Right. You knew something like this would happen, didn't you? I'm going to say this again. We prosecutors do not fight for personal honor or pride. I hope you will think deeply about what you should be striking down with that whip. You haven't changed a bit now, have you? You've always left me alone and walked on ahead without me. Miles Edgeworth. I've always hated you. And then, finally, my chance to take my revenge on you arrived. If I could win against that man, I could make Pheonix Wright bow down in defeat. Then this girl you left behind would have risen higher than you. And that was supposed to be my revenge. I see. You know, I cannot do it. I cannot change who I am. I cannot throw away everything I've been until today. I believe you can, just like how Adrian Andrews did. Adrian Andrews? You were going to use her during the trial, right? But you were dependent on your father by using his tactics. Isn't that right? Today, you chased after me, after I had left you behind all those years. And that's why we're standing here now, side by side. But I have no intention of stopping. If you say you are going to quit your walk down the prosecutor's path, then this is where we part ways. Franziska von Karma. Oh no! I am Franziska von Karma. Don't think I'm going to walk in your shadow forever. Our battle begins now. So you had better prepare yourself, Miles Edgeworth. Oh, don't do that. Oh, she looks so cute. Oh. Pheonix Wright. One day, someday, I'm sure we'll meet again in the battle. Until then, this last piece of evidence that never made it to you, I will take good care of it, this fourth piece. So I can give it to you when at last we meet again. Is it the painting that Maya did? That was not gonna be an evidence. That's kind of funny though. That is gonna make like what's her name? Franziska von Karma like always remember the case. Even though I doubt she would ever, to be honest. But yeah, with that I'm gonna say that's gonna be it then for today. There was like some that I was like trying to see what could happen, but I think they would have ended up the same way as they did before with the bad ending, right? Like all of those were like bad endings that you could have gotten to earlier on as well, right? Let me see. No, it's not saying anything. Spoiler. The courtroom, blah blah blah. Yeah, it's like this happened. No, they were saying that. But yeah, I did not think about the Shelley like that. Kind of funny that the assassin has more of a heart than Matt Engarde. Why is that like a what really happened with Matt Engarde in this walkthrough? That's kind of weird. I wonder if they always did that in the the cases. But anyway, that's gonna be it then for today. Next time, we're gonna play the next and final Pheonix Wright game. That one being Trials and Tribulations. So then everyone, thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. And as always, I hope to see you next time. Bye!